Hey YouTube, this is T. This is my second post, and basically, I want to talk to everyone about my favorite program so far. Well, I haven't been in trail that long, but I've been in the math program since I was in the 7th grade going to the 8th grade summer, and it's called Math Corps, which is at Wayne State University. So they get these t-shirts every year, and they're different colors. Like this year it's black and white, and black and white are for the TAs, which are teaching assistants, which are usually high school students. And then the students have like a light blue color, I want to say. Let me see. I want to say the light blue is about the same color as my trash can. And yeah, the students wear those. Those are the middle school students. But it's a pretty good program, you know, and it helps students a lot with finding math to be easier. And I've grown to love it. I mean, that's what, it's not, people always think, oh, well, you know, you're a math corps, that's what made you want to be a teacher. And I'm like, no, I've liked math since I was in elementary school, actually. My favorite teacher has always been Miss Therese Iglesias, who works in Detroit, Michigan still. But, yeah, my camera's going to go in and out. I'm going to get brighter and darker because the sun is setting and, I mean, not setting, but coming in and out of the clouds and stuff. But anyway, yeah, so couple things that I just wanted to talk about, being me and being in class and stuff. We had to split into groups for English, and I'm not a group working person because a lot of the times people think that I'm some type of smart genius. Not even a smart genius, they just find me to be the Miss Know-It-All. So every time we get into a group, they want me to do all the work, and I don't like that. So I don't really like being in works. I don't like splitting into groups. Only time I like being in the groups is if I feel like I really don't know something. And even if I don't know something and then I give somebody my input and they reject it, and then they go to the teacher and ask a question and it's basically about what I just said, and then the teacher confirms it and they just turn around and be like, oh, okay, we can write that then. And it's like, I just said that and you weren't listening. No one listens. But then, you know, my computer class was okay. We finally learned something. We did PowerPoint. And, you know, most of the time, I usually think that, you know, I know PowerPoint because I'm good with computers. That wasn't the case because she had us search on Google, why is our PowerPoint test, to test our skills in PowerPoint. And I had 6 out of 15, which still clarified me as a beginner. So I don't know as much as I thought I knew. But, I mean, the test is, I thought that the test was easier, but I guess it's like kind of tricky or whatever. I don't know. But she taught us some skills in Microsoft Office 2007. So we were using that, and I learned some new things. I thought I knew a lot, but I've learned some things, and I found actually pretty fun that class. Well, that class session, because the previous ones we've had were just boring or horrible. But I finally learned something and I actually had fun while doing it. And then Starbucks. My dorm is like right on top of a Starbucks, so like all of the time I want to get some Starbucks in the morning for breakfast to go along with these little breakfast sandwiches from Bob Evans that I got, instead of just going by McDonald's every day and stuff like that. So what happened is, a while ago, a friend of mine introduced me to the chai tea latte, the Tazo chai tea latte. And it's basically a tea turned into coffee, whatever, it's a latte. And, it's good. You know how somebody buys something for you, and you try it, and it's good, but then when you pay your own money and try something, it's like, what is this? Same thing happened yesterday, because I tried the Tazo Awake, and it just tastes like tea, and it was like, ugh. But the Tazo chai tea latte with soy milk and hazelnut syrup, that's good. I don't know what else. I'm kind of scared to try anything else now, because it's like I don't want to get something nasty again and I'm stuck with it, because I'm gonna try and drink at least half of it just because I paid for it. Now, the one last touching subject I have is about my cousin. Yesterday, oh, first let me get into this. Yesterday they had basically a STD presentation come up to our school for our program and talk to us, basically get us information about STDs and stuff. And then afterwards they said, if you want to, you can get an HIV testing, and it's with your consent. It's not mandatory. They're not forcing us to do it. So a lot of people were just like, I'm gonna go get tested then. And I'm like, that's cool, because a lot of times you just hear about BET always telling people to wrap it up and stuff like that and go get tested. Why do you have to push somebody to go get tested with their own body? Like, I don't understand that. But yeah, it was a lot of students who said, they want to go get tested or whatever. And I recently just became sexually active, even though I still wanted to get an HIV test. Because I'm like, well, it's free, Free is everybody's magic word. But just besides it being free, I want to know how my body is, because you can touch somebody sexually and still get something. Because there are STDs where if you come into skin-to-skin contact, so it's like, I don't want to came into contact with somebody and I'm not showing symptoms, and it's like, well, I have something, even though I don't even think twice of that being the case. But I still wanted to get tested, so I got tested, yes. And before I was waiting, they turned on the TV, and a channel, first it was Trey Songz, and everybody, Trey Songz, whatever, let's find something else, because boys already want to watch Trey Songz. And they ran across, I forgot the TV station, but they ran across the First 48. Now, for those of you who don't know what the First 48 is, it's basically like a crime investigation like reality TV show. And how some people always think, well, yeah, reality TV shows are scripted. They might be scripted, but some of that stuff actually is real, because the First 48 had my little cousin's case on there. So yeah, that was kind of emotional for me to go past, because it's like, as soon as the show came on, I knew, like, I for some reason knew exactly what it was, because it was a guy in an interrogation room, and I'm like, this looks too familiar. And all you saw was a white cop, or a light-skinned cop, a light-fleshed cop, talking to some guy, and they're like blotching out his face or whatever with the little mosaic squares and stuff. And I'm like, this looks too familiar, and it looks like it's a TV show. And they were talking like the narration, and I'm like, oh my god, is this what I think it is? And as soon as they showed the little words at the bottom, like they usually do the advertisement, oh, look at this tonight at 8 and stuff like that, it said the First 48. So I instantly kept asking, like, please turn this off, please turn this off, please. And so people were like, why? This is a good show, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, just please. So they finally turned it off, and then the girl sitting next to me was like, why you don't like the First 48? I like that show. It's a good show. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I said, yeah, it may not be nothing wrong with it, and it may be a good show, but I'm having, like, it gets me emotional. My little cousin was on there, and then she was like, oh, okay. She's like, he was one of the actors or something. I'm like, no, his case was on there. So basically, my little cousin, Donald Stevens, was robbed for his chain and shot in the head. And they showed the episode, well, the case on TV, and it was on the First 48. So the whole time they're investigating his death and stuff, and it's like, first I was watching it and it was okay, but then after a while it was like, they showed the body laying there on the stairs and the blood splatter, and I couldn't take it, and I just started crying. So today I wanted to write about him on my Facebook, and I started looking up his name on Google, and I found that there's a lady who tributed, her name is Donna Harris, I think. Yeah, Donna Harris. And she tributed a website to Donald. And then there is also a prayer visual, a website called Round Rochester, and it's a prayer visual for Donald. And I really respect that, and I don't know, like, it really has me emotional that I have a lump in my throat. But yes, I'm wearing Donald's shirt today. Rest in peace, Donald. But that's all that I have on my mind for the last 2 days or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and get packed and leave, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm T, and be you.